Hi there, my name is Kelly Herbig. I am a virtual content specialist for special education, social studies grades 3 through 5. And today I'm going to show you how to use a Chrome extension called InsertLearning to support students with special needs. InsertLearning is a Google Chrome extension that helps you create learning activities directly on a website. So basically, it allows you to add in sticky notes or questions directly on the website that you want your students engaging and interacting with. And they can reply to those responses directly on the website without having to open up another page or have a different doc open. So why would we consider using InsertLearning in our curriculum? Well, this could support students with attention needs, meaning we all have those students who just need a little more help focusing on the assignment. And if they don't have to jump between tabs, it's going to make it a lot easier for them to focus on the task at hand. On that note, this can also make it so that there is less to manage for the student. We also all have our students that feel really overwhelmed with opening up the website to an article, opening up the website to a video, and then also opening up Google Classroom and then finding their doc and then opening up their doc and then having to put all of that information in there. So this is just a really great differentiation tool that you might use with your whole class, or you might just use it with a select group of students who you know it could benefit. It's going to be one link and one place where they do all of their work. And finally, I think it's really fun. I think that kids would find this really exciting that they can just kind of type in on a website what their thoughts are and answer the questions that you create for them. So today I'm going to specifically show you how you might use this extension by looking at the grade 4, unit 4 lesson titled Local Government and Local Action. However, of course, you can use this Google Chrome extension with any lesson in the social studies curriculum. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to download and install the InsertLearning extension. I'll show you how to create a lesson using that extension. I'll also show you how you can share that lesson with your students and how you can view their responses. So let's go ahead and get started. So to get started, you're just going to go to your Google search engine and type in InsertLearning Extension. And it should be the first thing that pops up. It'll say chrome.google.com InsertLearning. It'll bring you to this page where you can scroll down and read more about this extension. And when you're ready, you're going to click Add to Chrome. All right, it'll bring you to a page just like this. You're going to click Sign up with Google, or you could sign up with Microsoft. And then you'll select that you're a teacher, and you will create your first class. And there you have it. This is kind of like your dashboard for the InsertLearning extension. Here's a tab for lessons. This is where all the lessons you create will be. You can click here to look at grades, here to look at classes. And this is a really great tab because it actually has a public library of lessons that were created by other teachers. And this last tab here is just a tab full of resources that could also help you while using this extension. But today we're going to specifically focus on creating a lesson and checking grades. So let's go back to the Lessons tab. Okay, so here we are on the Lessons page. This is where you'll find any lessons that you create. But first I want to show you how to create a lesson really easily just when you're in the website. The first thing you're going to want to do is just come up here to this little puzzle piece, and then you're going to want to click Pin next to InsertLearning so that it's easily accessible. And then when you're in your lesson, let's say you want to create an activity for this website right here. You'll just pop on over to the website. And once you're here, all you have to do is click the Insert Learning button right here. And you'll sign in if needed. All right. This toolbar pops up once you're ready to go. So these different buttons will help you create this lesson and share it with your students. This is the button to assign. We're not going to use that quite yet. Here we can highlight text, we can insert a sticky note, we can insert a question, and we can insert a discussion. These are going to be the main things we focus on. So let's say we want our fourth graders to read this website about the New York City government. You'll see that right here, I actually added a sticky note that says, why is the mayor important? Maybe that's just a thinking prompt that I want my students to consider as they read. And then right here, you can actually record yourself asking a question or thinking aloud about the text. Let me show you how you would add this in. So you would go over here and you would click the sticky note icon. This should pop up, insert a sticky note. And when that happens, you'll see that as you kind of hover over the pictures and the words, different sections will light up. So if I want my students to read a sticky note after this section, I will click it, and here it is. Maybe I'll give them a prompt. I might even choose to record myself right here. You just click out of it, and it automatically saves. What I also love about the sticky note is that you can even add it to a picture. So I see that this picture is lacking a caption. Maybe I'll add a caption there to support my students with special needs. But it's really cool that you can add it to text or to a caption. Now I want to show you how you can ask a question. Over here where you see the question mark and it says insert question, you're going to click that. And then you're going to click where you want to ask that question. This little box will pop up once you select the portion of the website that you want to ask the question about. Here you can actually change the point value to something that makes sense to you. And they even have an amazing bank of stems that you could even just choose from if you were looking for some inspiration. You might have your own question. Maybe I just want my students to respond to why is the comptroller important? And when I'm all ready, I will click create. And there it is. I can also create a discussion. Maybe at the end, I want students to have a discussion. Maybe I'll just type something like, which section has the most important job in New York City? And I'll click create. So as you can see, you can add in a lot of really great sticky notes, questions, and discussions into the reading. You can even highlight. Let's say you wanted to support your students with special needs by highlighting important parts that you want them to pay attention to. You'll click the highlight button, and you'll just highlight the portion that you want them to pay attention to, let go, and there it is. So this is just another way that you can use this site to scaffold for your students with disabilities. Now let's take a look at what this looks like to a student. In order to do this, we're going to go back over to our toolbar and we're going to look for these three dots right here and click them. up will pop the option to view as a student. So now we are in the student view, and this is what they will see when they click on the link that you'll send them. They'll be able to answer right here. They'll be able to submit their response right here. So notice how everything they need to do is all in this one page. It is one link. They don't have to click back and forth, and this can be really, really helpful for students with special needs who might have trouble clicking back and forth between an article and a worksheet and remembering what the article said. Even think about the fact that right here, when they're answering this question, the text is right in front of them. It's going to make it easier for them to respond with specific details. So now let's talk about how you would send this to your students. Once you were ready and happy with all of the activities you've added, you'll click here, Assign, and you'll want to assign it to your class. Okay, so you'll click the class you want to assign it to, and you'll click Assign. And once it's assigned, you have a couple of options. You can click on the Google Classroom icon to share it right on Google Classroom, or you can just copy the link. Just by clicking that button, it automatically copies the link. You don't even have to click copy. So like I mentioned earlier, this might be a really great resource to use with a smaller group of students or as a way to differentiate so that you have all students responding to similar prompts, but maybe for some of the students who you know would benefit from this, they're just kind of responding right on the website. So I like the option of copying the link because you can just send it to them directly. And when they type in that link, it brings them right to the website. And they will have the option to respond to all of your questions and your discussion. So now I'm just going to quickly show you how you would view their responses. You'll go back to your dashboard. Let me show you actually how to get there. So let's say you're on the page, you're going to click these three dots again, and you're going to click the final button that says Go to Dashboard. That's how you'll end up back in that home page. And then you'll click on the icon Grade. You'll just click the class, the lesson, and all of the responses will show up right here. So overall, InsertLearning is a really clever Google Chrome extension that could help you simplify lessons for students with special needs. So I hope that this video helped you, and I hope that you will find this Google Chrome extension helpful as you plan to differentiate instruction for students with special needs.